Hey, this is Scott at GottaGrowIt.com. Thanks for checking out my video. I gotta tell you, I'm so excited to get to this day that I get to talk to you on video about these scorpion peppers. These little nasties are something else, I gotta tell you. Look at just how lovely those things are. They're nice and red. These things are loaded. Fortunately, the stem doesn't really have anything in it. So right now I'm safe holding these babies with my bare hands. But I'm excited to share with you what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to prepare them for dehydrating. In fact, I've already got a section of them going right now. So I'm going to show you what I've done. And I'll show you the little tray that I'm using. I got these multiple trays that I put the peppers on. And I'll just show you how I go ahead and do that. But I got to tell you, as excited as I am about like growing things in the garden. And if you've been following me, if you've seen me on Facebook, on Twitter, YouTube, or wherever it is, you know that I'm just like nuts over anything that grows. I love to grow stuff in the garden. I take things from seeds, I can put plants in the ground, I love to prune, I even like to weed. I mean, anything to do with growing food, with growing stuff just really excites me a lot. But then it dawned on me, I was thinking, you know, as much as I like to garden, and that's pretty high up on the scale, the other thing that I really like a lot are really people. I mean, I like people a lot. Most people, I should say. There are some, you know, maybe on the highway, there's a few people I'd like to, you know, follow home every now and then and maybe throw something at them just because of the way they act on the highway. But I'm telling you, for the most part, I just enjoy people a lot. Pretty much as I really enjoy my garden, which is kind of cool being a grower. Someone that enjoys growing produce that tends to give you more stuff than you could ever handle yourself. It's nice to be able to share all that stuff, and I really enjoy that too. But the other thing that I enjoy sharing are really my experiences of how to grow. I mean, I'm a grower and I like people, so yeah, it just sort of goes hand in hand. If I can grow it, I want to share with other people. I want to inspire other people. Get out there in the yard, or get a pot on your porch or on your deck or on the edge of your driveway. Do something to grow something. And then I'm pretty excited to share at least my experiences about how to do that. Now, I'm from New Hampshire, so there are some things that I don't know how to grow, like, you know, coconuts, man. We don't have any coconut trees here in New Hampshire. But I'm thinking if I was in an area where we could grow coconuts, if you gave me a year, I'd figure it out, and then I know what I would do. I'd want to do a video on, hey, let me tell you how to grow coconuts. I'm telling you, if it can grow in the soil, I can figure it out pretty quickly. Just give me some time and I'd figure it out. Well, over the years, I've learned to grow a lot of different things that not only saves me oodles of money, you know, at the grocery store, it's just a lot of fun to get out there and do it. Now, there's something that I know about a whole lot of people, especially these days. People really do want to get back to the earth. People really do want to learn how to grow stuff. And I've been saying in my videos to you pretty much along the way, hey, you and a little bit of me, you and a little bit of me. Actually, it's you and just a little bit of me. We can grow some great stuff. And maybe you're wondering, what on earth is that guy talking about, a little bit of him? Here it is. You see this right here? This is a book that I've written. I'm so like excited about this book. Okay, so there are three things I'm excited about. You know, three things that I really like a lot. My garden, people, and this book called Grow It. Now you're going to notice I'm going to put a link here, or whatever social network that you're watching this on. I'll have a link so that you can go ahead and you can get a sneak peek of what this book is about. I enjoyed really putting this book together. It reflects a lot of my experiences about how to grow food, how to open yourself up to the garden so that you can actually learn how to grow. Now, I do have some practical things that are in this book, but it's really not, I wouldn't call it a step-by-step, you know, how-to kind of a book that if you just follow exactly all of these directions, you'll have the best garden in the world. I don't know that books like that really work all that well, to be honest with you. This book, although it does give you some practical advice and some perspective, some of my experiences on, hey, if you did this, this, and this, you probably would, you know, have a pretty good experience here. Although I get into some of that, this book really focuses on inspiration, inspiring you to open yourself up in a way to the garden, to the soil, in a way that it can begin to actually teach you how to grow food. And then I want to throw in this tagline, and it's on my book too. I got the tagline, growing food for better health and better living. This book expresses a lot of that. Now, it's certainly not exhaustive. It doesn't tell you everything you need to know about anything that you could ever think of for a garden. I mean, you couldn't get that stuff in a book anyway. But little by little, I think I can get this information out in a way that people can consume it and that they can be inspired by it and that they can also get into the garden, if not to just have a love for the earth and growing stuff, to certainly have a love for growing food, good, quality, nutritious food for better health, better living. Whew, that's a mouthful. That's a whole lot of stuff. I'm pretty excited about the book. I'm really excited about my garden, and I'm excited that you're checking out this video. So, scorpion peppers. These babies, let me talk to you about something that's called the Scoville scale. It's a heat scale. I don't know if you've heard of it or not. For example, this scale gives a measurement of heat, so that way you can kind of tell one pepper from another. You know, is this going to make my mouth explode, or how hot is this thing going to be? Well, jalapeno peppers, for example, on the Scoville heat scale, rate about, probably the hotter ones are probably as high as 8,500 heat units. That's a jalapeno. That's really considered somewhat of a mild pepper, believe it or not, compared to what's out there. Then we have, and I've been growing these for years, these little orange babies right here. These are habanero peppers. And I'm going to go ahead and cut a few of these for you as well. But habanero peppers on the Scoville scale can be as hot as 850,000 heat units. Okay, so a jalapeno is, 8,500. A habanero can be as hot as 850,000. That's 100 times hotter than a jalapeno. All right, you ready? Put your seatbelt on. This baby, the scorpion pepper, the highest rating that I was able to find on a scorpion pepper, that they can get as hot as 2,009,123 heat units. I'm not making up that number. That's a real number. Look it up. These babies will absolutely make your head explode. I mean, you can't be eating these things straight up, but you can add them to your food in a way that it'll be delicious. I can guarantee you that, because I've already made some chilies with this, meaning I shouldn't say chilies, chili, like, a pot of chili, using 3/4 of a pepper. And I'll tell you, most people I know can't eat that, but I got a pretty good high level for hot. And I got to tell you, it brought me to the edge a little bit, but I promise you it was enjoyable. For those of you that can eat hot, this thing was enjoyable. All right, so let me dive in and let me show you about these incredibly insane peppers. Okay, first thing is, man, you're going to want to wear these babies, okay? These are some surgical gloves, all right? You're going to want to put these babies on, and let me tell you why. It's not like a jalapeno. I mean, a jalapeno pepper you can handle barehanded, and then, people are going to tell you, hey, you got to be careful, don't be picking your eyes or picking your nose or doing something like that if you handle like jalapeno peppers, because, you're going to get a little bit of that oil on there and you're going to burn something. I'm telling you, that's good advice, by the way, but I'm telling you, you want to wear these gloves not just because you may touch your eye and burn your eye or pick your nose and burn your nose off. This is so that the oils, and this includes the habanero peppers as well, the oils, and I tell you this out of experience, the oils can penetrate your nail beds, and I'm telling you, you'll feel your fingers throb for like 3 days. It'll take that long for this stuff to wear off. So treat this stuff with respect. Okay. Here we go. So gloves are on. I got a good knife. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just snip just the end off where the stem is. Okay, so we're not leaving all that much on. There we go. And then I'm going to just take and cut these in half. Already, I mean, I cut these things open, and I got to tell you, I can already smell them. But you got to just look inside there. Look at that. This is a beautiful, beautiful pepper. So we're going to come in, and I'll just show you. Just kind of cut these babies up, cut them in half, because what we're going to do is we're going to take these on this tray that I have here. We're going to take these with them cut in half. We're going to put them cut side down is what we're going to do. Because the way that this dehydrator works, this heat's going to kind of come up through this grate. And so you want this thing open so that way it dries out really well. So let me just go ahead. I'll start cutting some of these, and we'll see you on the other side of all these babies being cut up, and then we'll just add them in. All right, so here we are. Believe it or not, we're in my garage, okay? I had to put this out last night. I put this out probably 15, 16 hours ago, okay? And I've got it on top of my toolbox in my garage. I got the big door open now, but I left my window open last night just to keep things aired out. And I got to tell you, it smells pretty pungent in here. So this is a two-stall car garage here. So there's a lot of room in here, and it has filled it up with some pretty strong smell. Word to the wise: don't dehydrate your stuff inside your house when you got powerful peppers like this. But let me show you what I've got here. Notice my little book. See my book right there? Anyway. So let me show you. So we'll put this right here. Let me show you this tray. Okay, so this is the top tray. Look at that. They're pretty dry. Okay, now I did notice some of that are on the edge, on the far edge. I'm going to have to move them a little bit. But those that are sitting like more toward the center, like look at this pepper here. This thing is completely dried out. Okay, I've got the seeds in there and everything. I wanted those seeds. I want you to hear this thing. I mean, these babies are dry. I don't even think I'm going to put these in the blender because they're so dry and so brittle. I just want to show you that. I hope you can see that there. I can just make some little flakes, and I'll go ahead and save these, the seeds and everything, some little flakes, and I can throw that when I'm making chili. I can throw that into my chili. If I want something hot, I can throw it in there, maybe even into a fresh salsa. I can reconstitute these so that they become moist, and I can throw them in there if that's what I want to do. Or if I really have an enemy that I really want to really freak them out, I could throw this in something and give it to them to eat. But I would never do that, never at all. But look at these things. This one here, yeah, that's pretty dry. Look at that, and that's all you got to do. And these are ready. These babies are ready to go. Dehydrating. What a great way to save your peppers, and you can eat this stuff all year long. Now, I have enough of these scorpion peppers that I think I've got about a 10-year supply, so I probably won't have to really do any more of those. Look at that. Look at how much is in there already. That's only like 2 peppers, total of 2 peppers. This is a great investment to have this dehydrator. It's a good way to go. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for checking out my book. I would be so humbled, so excited if you would even consider buying the book. It would just make my day. Thanks so much for checking things out. Appreciate you a lot. Peace out. Oh, you and just a little bit of me. Remember that. You and just a little bit of me, man. We can grow stuff like this and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'd love to share it with you. You need to know that you can have access to me. You buy the book, even if you don't buy the book, you can have access to me on Facebook, on Twitter, YouTube, whatever outlet that you can get a hold of me on. I'll share with you absolutely everything that I know how to share with you so that you can be inspired to get out there and to grow. Now, if you're someone that's already a grower, hey, I'm a grower, okay? I always like to look over other people's fences too to go, I wonder what they're doing over there. There's enough content in my book that if you're already a grower, there's stuff in there that I think that you would still appreciate. You could look over my fence and go, oh, so that's how he does it. All I got to tell you is, I know how to grow good, quality, nutritious food. Guaranteed. You and just a little bit of me. Peace out, baby.